So let's define about the definition of digital citizenship. So digital citizenship is a someone who use information technology actively engage in society, politics, and government. According to Kay Masberger and a colleague in her colleague, his digital citizenship as an individual who use the internet regularly and effectively. Digital citizens don't just use to use the internet, they use in responsibly and effectively. They create blogs, participate in online discussion using social network, and even contribute to online journalism. Becoming digital citizens begins with a simple actions like signing up for the email address, posting pictures online, or buying something from the e-commerce site. However, true digital citizenship is goes for beyond these basic activities. So let's proceed at three principles of digital citizenship. So digital citizenship is a term used to define the appropriate and responsible use for technology among users. Three principles are developed by Mike Grable of Tech Digital User How Responsible Use Technology to Become a Digital Citizen. The three principles include respect, educate, and they protect. He points out the nine essential elements of being good digital citizens, including digital access, digital commerce, communications, digital literacy, digital etiquette, digital law, digital rights, and responsibilities. Digital health and wellness, and lastly is digital security. So let's proceed the first protect ano. Let's proceed the respect. The first principle is the respect. So the involved respect our digital users by elements of etiquettes, access, and law are used to be respect other digital users. So this respect is involved respecting others digital users by following the 3K of elements, which is the digital etiquette, be polite and considerate in online interactions, avoiding cyberbullying, offensive language, or spreading false informations. Digital access, it because advocate for equal access to technology and the internet for everyone, regardless for their circumvention access. Digital Digital law follows laws and rules online. This includes not engaging in illegal activities like privacy, hacking, or identity theft. When we respect other online, we will create positive and inclusive digital environment. So the second principle is the educate. So the educate is the element of literacy, communication, and commerce are used to learn about the appropriate use of digital world. So this principle is focuses on learning, sharing knowledge about responsible technology use. It includes the digital literacy. So it understands how to use digital tools effectively and critically evaluate online information for accuracy and bias. The second is digital communications. Use the online platform for communicate and effectively responsible. It always considers the impact of your words and the action of others. The third is the digital commerce. Digital commerce is learn how to safely participate in the e-commerce. Be cautious about the scams, phishing, and fraudulent site with making online purchases. By educating ourselves and the others, we can use the digital world more effectively and responsibly. The third is the principle. The third principle is the protect. Protect is elements of rights and responsibility, which is security and health and the wellness are used and remain safe in digital and non-digital worlds. This emphasizes safety in both digital and the physical worlds includes the digital rights and responsibilities. It includes your rights as the digital citizens, such as a freedom of expression and the respect of the rights of others. The second is the digital security. This digital security is to protect your personal information by using strong passwords or like for example, the words and the numbers passwords. And having two factors authentications, authentication rather, and avoiding sharing sensitive and data online. And the third is the digital health and wellness. And it maintains a healthy relationship with technology by avoiding excessive screen time and being mindful of your mental physical well-being. So about this all is overall is being good citizens means it's using technology responsible, respectful, and safety. It's about ensuring that our online actions contribute by positive to the society while protecting ourselves and others in digital worlds. So let's commit to practicing these principles every day and become responsible digital citizens. Together, we can make digital world a better place for everyone. Thank you. Ang stress. Ang stress mo yun. Ay,
So once the planning and implementation of technology in schools begin, various legal, social, and political questions emerge. Teachers need to be aware of these issues to create a environment that prevent knowledge regarding technology. These are the legal issues, social issues, and ethical issues in integrating technology in education. First, we have the legal issues. Like legal issues, first is copyright and fair use. So copyright, so copyright is these are the materials that is gonna
Huh?
pwede siya gamiton, pwede siya gamiton is it is pwede siya gamiton some materials, for example, okay, videos sa YouTube or anything, anything resources as long as it is uh, people put or it is approved by the owner. However, fair use is di siya gamiton, di siya gamiton with permission. Like, for example, code a particular topic sa video, like code ka. So, present fair use. Next is digital privacy. Digital privacy is the ability of an individual to control and protect the access and use of the personal information. Next is the acceptable use. This is a set of rules applied by the owners, creator, processor, or administrator of computer, network, website, and or services that restrict the ways in which network or system may be used. And kay so dili kay mga rules sa owner dapat mga rules nila sa ilang service or website nga sa paggamit o kuan proper use. Next is software piracy. So pirate. So kung ang mga using using copying or distributing software without permission. Cyber is an illegal use of computer or communication devices to transmit or facilitate illegal acts. Hindi kay mga fraud, mga one, mga information, mo have that has possible na possible ng ng mga kwarta ay mga yung nga mali in a particular group. So next is identity thief rather. So it is when someone steal your personal information and credentials to commit fraud, usually for financial gains about like paon imong kuan personal information para magamit nila makuha for example sa Gcash which is timely and relevant to so si Gcash is nawa so di nga natay uh, the digital privacy. So next issues is we have social issues. This is cyberbullying. As we all know, this is the relevant for someone yeah, as it connect communication to bully a person, typically by sending message of an intimidating or threatening nature, like kapag naman tani ka ng example, Facebook, ay mas at na gamit sa Facebook, like ano daw, mag-post something sakit or ayaw sa uban. Next is cyber defamation. It's the act of making false or damaging statement about a person or I entity online. So, parehas yan sa cyberbullying. But the difference here is like, ang cyberbullying kay yung siyang nagkuhan ka mga words or message na makasakit sa tao. But here is you are using false information just to, you know, just to, palay ka ng siyang maguba, damage the reputation of that person. So next issues is online social interaction. I don't know. This is if it's I don't know if this is an issue, but yes, it is an issue. But if we talk about interaction, and there's any problem with this, but some of kuan would like yung internet, like for example, like, it is from the word online social interaction. It is a kuan that it is an interaction through online, like example, where someone uses it as the kanang kuan in a negative way. For example, ani like example dyan ani katabi daw parents that they're forcing their um, daughter or son for showing their kuan mix cartoons. Dami pa po nilang mga anak just have money. Next issues we have ethical issues. The freedom. It is also important to have freedom in our technology world. Like important that you have um, what application you use and um, so it's also important we have the freedom to not use things is not appropriate for um, personal gain like our social mental health. Next is data privacy. It is also a like sa digital privacy. Here is secure na siya the data. Our data is kanang is collection of kanang context bitaw improve collection bitaw siya nga data nga it is protected by kanang dili amay dili amay nga dapat ana nga data like kanang example in a GC like someone that posted some someone members is something that is kanang confidential and dili siya pwede pasa sa uban and ang WhatsApp sa group hindi sila dapat nila ipasa sa uban para di makasag so kanang katong person nga ni then sa iyang personal is have privacy in his or her own data. Next is academic dishonesty. So it is an act of um, then an academic sit nagpunta nila ganang library siya. Tapos dyan kay kanang just kanang kung sa mga sources like sa post research like ang tanan na lang dyan di ko makita na lang dyan or ano di ko ano idea so example computer addiction so it is defined as a persistent compulsive of using computers despite negative consequences so mao ni siya the reaction like kanang wala ni is kanang addiction of this specific application like some of people especially boys especially some applications like only for pay but also not only pornography no because maybe let's so some people saan maadik at maadik sila relevant jud ang kanang ang like after that game daghan jud kay mga nagba ana that are ethical issues and next um have the ticket or ticket social conventions online so etiquette is a short for internet etiquette just like etiquette is a code of polite behavior in society a code to be polite in society and etiquette is a code of good behavior in the internet. So etiquette is kanang proper way bitaw yes or polite behavior during the society. Then ang etiquette came from the word also internet etiquette. So it is a good behavior in the internet. Next, so this includes several aspects of the internet such as email, social media, online chat, web forums, website comments, computer gaming, and other types of online communication. It is important to have etiquette in online communication as it really affect of how we interact in our everyday life. So in order to avoid those issues, the legal issues, like they use the technology and the internet and as well as in the education setting it is important for teachers and students, parents guide the usage of internet in order to um, avoid some negative effects and also and can foster the development of the students. Thank you. And another member will be discussing the another topic. I hope
Ingnalak ko ha.
Pwede ra bay? Pwede ra ba?
Ready na? Wait. Okay. One, two, three. Good evening, everyone. So tonight I'm going to discuss about email etiquette and netiquette. So first, let's talk about email etiquette. So email etiquette, mo ni siya ang mga rules to follow or ang maayong pamatasan when using and or sending emails. So emails are like formal letters in digital form. So we really need to be careful no, about what we write and how we send them. So both of them, the sender as well as the recipient or ang makadawat ay dapat siya responsible for the effective use of email. Additionally, ang goal niya is for clear communication. So, so moving forward, the following are some of the recommended email etiquette guidelines. First, we have confidential messages should contain the word confidential in the subject line. So, if the email contains sensitive or important informations and dili siya dapat ma-share or maibawan sa iba because ayun nga, they are intended only sa inyo duha, you'll add the term confidential sa subject line. So, ang subject line, makita ra nato siya sa email, no? Like, for example, emo letter, wait, emo letter is about emo letter is about sa grades or personal related. So, imong subject is recommended to go as a subject that's confidential student grades. Do you know para our imo recipient na dili siya dapat ma-share sa iba. And also, always double check sa iba padalhan para aron dili matayo. So second, we have do not send unsolicited email messages or chain mail. Let's avoid sending emails to na wala ang request or gipangay sa tao and also not chain messages. So chain messages, these are the messages like ipasa mo to sa sampung katao sa hindi mapagtata. Like, huy, hindi magaganyan ate ko. Hindi lang oto-oto. Pero, move forward, pero bitaw don't check because it can annoy people and a waste of time also. Instead, that's something na sigurado ka na interested at receiver ana. Okay, third, we have never spam others by sending large amounts of unsolicited emails. So, okay ra okay ra i-spam ka sa messenger especially ka na if you can sa imo loved ones like so dami tas like charot. So don't send too many emails to at once to the same person or group without a valid reason. Example, instead of sending 10 separate emails about the topic, you can summarize everything in one email. Okay, number four, we have do not write emails using all capital letters. Very long channel like let's avoid this also because writing in all caps feels like you are shouting. It's rude or disrespectful. That the tone matters in a shop. issue of the day. It is a means of communication for transmitting something and that wants to have a response of your message. So email are not are for communicating professionally, not debating issues like politics, especially sensitive topic of something like personal nation, social media for them. The other hand, email personally next is use public folders for notice items for sale, complaint, important, election. Announcement one ad surplus property retirement notification, etc. So instead of emailing everyone about something like selling items or campaigns, let the appropriate platforms or words. For example, Snakay Balikya, you post it on Facebook or other social media platforms for a broader audience, diba? Not the email system. Those were some of the email etiquette. That's now about etiquette. Our etiquette rather. Palibog next. And next thing, okay, so etiquette. So the other hand, etiquette is on manners or good behavior online. It revolves about internet. Ang maayo na ito pakatasan sa paggamit sa internet. Whereas ang email etiquette, patuloy siya ay para sa tanan online activities. How we act online should be as respectful and appropriate as in real life. So first, that we have um, adhere to the same standards of behavior online that you follow in real life. So, behave online sama sa imong pag-behave sa real life. Kung dili ka type in person, ayaw pud sa online. Um, ayaw tala imong bad attitude sa internet. Like, be respectful to others jud. For example, ayaw pag-comment of masi kayo ka sa imong post sa someone. Instead, we should be kind and constructive. Pwede ka mag-share of opinion na dili makasakit sa person. Not all of us should mag-post online, especially kanang mga conscious type of person. Grabe should not silent mga negative comments. Grabe if you got the or what, you can scroll or keep quiet, or at least should not sound that makadaw sa iyo. Next, next, ay, Babalik ko sa previous na slide, Mars. End na siya 15 minutes. Hapit na. Sige pa, Mars. Nakapos ang ni ticket. Ni ticket.
Nag nag-loading siya sa ko, ah. Okay.
Seven, respect others' privacy by not sharing personal information, photos, or videos without permission from the owner. So, dili jud so dili nga part kay daghan kayong failed no nga dili nga part. Without the permission of the owner, dili jud ta angay na mag-post or mag-share sa ilang mga personal infos, photos, or videos sa ila dyan. It's kind of disrespectful kasi and pwede mo makasuhan na. At nowadays, kay hindi na siya sa like same sa city confession. Like, so, so ano siya din, kita angay mag-share sa mga infos and such sa sa isa ka tao nga wala kay permission to do so. Next, we have respect other people's time and bandwidth. When appropriate, use private messages or email instead of posting to the group. Like, don't waste others' time with unnecessary messages labi na if pwede naman mo i-private message lang. For example, nakag-group sa isang tao, tapos ato ka message niya sa in a group chat na instead i-feed na lang nimo kay para sa iya naman ang message kanang ngunit na ato sa GC kay mahason mo ang mga tao nga walay lakot. So, uh, next we have to know people in web forums or websites. Comments by repeatedly nagging or annoying them, or using offensive language as well. So, trolling or siya is when you intentionally annoy others online. And so we must avoid bad words or disrespectful comments. For example, may nakita ka na post na for you is grammatically incorrect. Na instead of lacking that person's grammar, ayaw na lang mag-comment if hindi man maayo ang pinakitabi. But ganang ka mo comment for awareness or what, be constructive in that. A way to siya mag-feel of bad or negative. Next is help keep flame wars under control. Do not respond to flame bait or post spelling or drama flames. Break the cycle with a positive post. So flame wars, money ang siglalis or away sa online. These are heated online arguments kumbaga. So, if namin makita nga gaaway, ayaw na lang yung mong pansin. Like, dito na ako ng kapag important. So, next we have stick to the stick to comment yung pinakal recipe. Like, kanang dili siya connected sa topic. Like, hit ka sa topic. So, if seryoso gani ang istoryahan pag pinarong of comment. Like, hit first the post before ka mo comment. So
Ako'y lagby or
or ay o ambot lang ako ba or ikaw basta mo tawag lang siya ako
okey. Sige, sige.
after nila type na tingin ako ha. So lastly, make yourself look good online. Even if you're not being seen, tell what you are talking about and make sense. So, write clearly and check what you say. Because isang mali mo lang, daghan na mo based sa social media. People can easily judge you based on your online behaviors. Self-compassion. So, muna, go and careful to have the mga time of post or comment is maayos or kamo kanang mo uyak o comment or what post nila na. Next is the internet provides a sense of anonymity since you often do not see or hear the people with whom you are communicating. That is not an excuse for having poor manners. Some users may feel like they can hide behind their comments, the fact that they are still the ones publishing the content. Never forget the person reading your mail or post is indeed a person. So, by that, internet, it's like a mask, di nila makita imong true face, madunggan imong tingog. That's why, ang uban, mag-abusar ka, abi nila walay makita sa ikaw. This is not really a reason to run, but I think that's good sa mga dahil sa mga responsible, considering everyone. Is kung anong feelings, particularly na nakakasakit, sa damdaming. So, like, why not try to put yourself on their shoes? Always remember that ang respeto dili ka sa personal, pati ipakita sa plato all the time. Aron man kaya na napakasakit, like other things that you not said. And lastly, we have the application that favorite which of your online from the issues screenshot from mentioned. If you want to compare any one of them, yes, identify like the part like a some reflection for yourself or evaluation. Really, kay, you're gonna ask yourself lang, like, if evaluating mo yourself kung may time na naba ka na-violate sa mga etiquette, like, for example, issue nag-send ka all caps email sa imong friend. And imong angay buhaton na is next time, kay mag-type na ka og normal text o gamiton na ang capital letters, like, importante or hit or hate. So those are like etiquettes and email etiquettes first. Thank you. That's all. Thank